It's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's really fun and near and dear to my heart. When I first started doing quilt shows, people would come in and they would pick up fabric and they would look at it and they'd say, "This is too cute to cut up." And so I heard I need a quilt pattern with big blocks. So I've done several throughout the years. I always try to give you a new big block pattern in every book. And we also have our individual patterns that look like this. And each one of those patterns has complete instructions for a lap quilt. And on our website, if you go to free goodies at fabriccafe.com, there's a button there on our website for free goodies. You click on that, and you'll be able to download this great piece of paper. It's 10 big block stash busters. So you can either use your fabric, or if you want to get any of these kits today, you get one free pattern with every kit, or you can pick one of our books free instead when you buy 3 kits. You skip the little patterns, and you can get 8 patterns instead of the individuals with each kit. These are an example of the Quick as a Wink book, and in the book you get the additional information for a lap quilt, or a twin, or a king-queen. 1 kit will make a lap, 2 will make a twin, and 4 will make a king-queen. So it's a really good deal if you want to go for the book. If you want to purchase the book, they're $15.99 each. We have 7 books in print and 2 downloadables. So with no further ado, let's get started here with our big block stash buster. So if you have a great stash, which most of us do have that wonderful thing called a stash, and it's filled with all the beautiful fabrics that we've purchased through the years, all you have to do is find you a focus fabric for these big block patterns, and then a light and a dark, and you'll be able to put any of these patterns together. This one's called So Quick. It was one of my first ones that I did with big blocks. So let's put that up here, Hannah. And we're going to start off with some flannels. We're actually getting some cool weather here in Texas. We always laugh about it. You know, winters for us, it stays pretty warm all year long, but we do get a few little cold snaps. So starting out with some beautiful flannels. This one is called Aunties Garden, and I have an aunt. I had an aunt. She's passed away now, but she always had the most beautiful gardens, and she would give me clippings out of hers. I wasn't much of a gardener. I apparently was not born with a green thumb. Instead, I was born to sew. So this one is pretty little flowers in this flannel, and then this would be your focus fabric, and that would go in your big block. And then we selected 2 fabrics to go with it that really coordinate, like I guess the darker terracotta and then this pretty green. So this is the focus, and then you can compare these 2. Now, we'll point out to you that when you have something like this and you give it a little squint, it's kind of hard to tell which one's the darkest. You can also snap a black and white picture, and that really shows you better. Or just plan on putting the one that you like best in the number 3 spot, because that's going to fall out on the edge. So all of these dark areas would be your number 3. So that's going to be using the So Quick pattern, and your kit number is 8020600, Aunties Garden. It's the So Quick pattern. That pattern is out of the book Quilt Favorites, and it is available. That book is available as a downloadable book. If you order 3 kits and request that free, then you will be able to get a code so that you can download that book. Okay, the next one that we have for you is from my first book, and this has been such a popular pattern. I know many people like it, and one of our dear friends, Janet George, she says this is her go-to pattern. She loves to make this one. It goes very, very fast, and it's very pretty when you get finished. So this one is called Picture Perfect, and I originally thought of doing this because embroidery was so very popular and still is. And you could either put a focus fabric, or this is a great size for doing some embroidery, or in one of these you could pick one of your blocks. so that you can embellish your quilt with embroidery. But let's put that one up here, and we have that exact fabric to show you. This one is called French Garden. Really pretty. It's a very pretty floral and kind of a unique design. I really like that. And we chose to pick up the light blue as our number 2 fabric, and our number 3 fabric is that pretty kind of a rosy color. Really, really nice. So these 3 fabrics together will constitute the kit 801960 French Garden. The Picture Perfect pattern comes free with your kit unless you choose the free book deal. And if you do the book deal, then we do not give you the little pattern, but you will get the book Quick and Easy, or whichever book you prefer best. You'll get 8 patterns in the book, and they also have your instructions for your enlarging. Okay, the next one that we have is actually a last chance. And we are recommending that you use Picture Perfect with that as well. The same pattern that we just showed you. This one's gorgeous, but there are only 4 left on this one. So we have this beautiful, beautiful fabric. I love this. It's very dramatic. And we have, for your number 2 fabric, is a stripe. And this is a good one. You can also use your stripe in your number 3 position, and it would be in all of these little areas that would go around your blocks. And then for the last fabric, we have this nice beige. So this one is a last chance. It is Briar Rose 2, and it is with the Picture Perfect from the Quick and Easy downloadable book. Okay, the next one is Town Square, and this one is a fun pattern that has really gotten a lot of attention through the years since it came out. It really is great the way your focus fabric just kind of floats on the surface. Super, super quick and easy to make as well. And we do have this fabric available. Let's look at that. If you're looking for a Christmas gift for someone who loves pets, you might want to consider this one for them. So here are our kitties and our puppies. This would be your focus fabric. It will go into your big block that's here in the center. And then your second one is your light green. So you put that in your number 2 position. And then our number 3 position is really pretty aqua. Now this is a little darker than what we used in the quilt, but we ran out of that light blue. And I actually like this. It gives it a little bit more life. And it is picked up in the aqua on the little puppy dog's collar. This one is 802011 Pet Pictures. It's the Town Square pattern from Easy Peasy 3-yard quilts. And this is your pattern. And as I continue to say, you can choose the book instead. And this particular book does include that pattern for Town Square. It's right down here in a different color. All right. Now, I know everybody watching likes to sew, and we have a really couple of cute kits here. Now, this one, we do have a last chance with this one. We have 1 kit available. And am I speaking out of turn here? No, I'm not. I thought we put one in there. This is a 10-inch block, so it's really going to show off your focus fabric. And as you can see, it's once again, you pick out a focus fabric and then a light and a dark. And the light and the dark has to do with comparing these two, not anything to do with your focus fabric. So you do your focus fabric, a light and a dark, and you've got your quilt fabric all chosen. So now let me show you what we have here, and let's start off with the camper. So this is only 1 left with this. This is the cute camper fabric. It's a little bit different version from the one we're showing, but it does have those cute fabric campers right in the middle. And then you have the aqua, and a little black polka dot. And I love that polka dot with this. I think it's so cute. I'm going to pull it back like that. Isn't that great? Just picks up those little pops of black in the campers. So that is the last chance. Only one left. And you can get the pattern, which is called Sweet Times. Or you can take the book free, which is easy peasy, when you buy the 3 kits. Now the next one is using the same pattern. And I think this one's cute. What do you think? If you like this one, give it a thumbs up. I just think it's so cute, some of the different things that manufacturers come out with the sewing machines. And this is just too cute. Daisies and roses and polka dots, just cute as it can be. And we chose 2 different colors to use for your borders on your blocks. The kit number is 8020602, Bobbin' Along. And I thought that was a really cute name. Hannah even named that one. She said, "What do you think about this?" And I said, "I think it's cute." Sweet Times is your pattern. And that is from the Easy Peasy book. And your focus fabric is your sewing machines. And like I said, remember that you pick out your focus first, and then your next 2 fabrics you compare for your light and your dark. So there's your fabric, your focus fabric 2 and 3. Bobbin' along. Okay, we have another flannel to show you, and we're using this pattern. Now, we don't have this fabric available, but it's a really good example of what happens when you have 2 focus fabrics. So we had the cute little trees, and we also had the snowmen, and we put those together and just picked out a cute sashing fabric to go with. Super easy to do. You can use just about any kind of focus fabric. You could put florals in each one. You get to choose, but whenever you're looking for a pattern that will use 2 florals because you fell in love with both of them, this is the pattern to use. So let's put that one up here. We have another flannel, and this one's cute. This one's called Cozy Kitten, and it's using the Pretty Simple quilt pattern. And in this particular case, we have the kitties with the little balls of yarn. Isn't that sweet? And then in your second focus fabric, we have the balls of yarn. And another thing about flannels is you don't want to do a lot of little bitty pieces because it makes it a little bit more difficult with all the bulky seams. And then this would be your sashing to really set off your 2 focus fabrics. Too cute. Warm and snuggly. If you like those flannels for those cozy nights, this would be the one. Pattern is pretty simple. It's from the Quilt Favorites book. Kit number 8020604. All right. Now the next one we've got coming up is Easy Street. And Easy Street is from the Easy Peasy book. And this one has a big 10-inch block. And then that we have some smaller 5-inch blocks down here. So it's a really cute quilt. Do not have any of the dinosaurs remaining, but I do have a different fabric, and it's totally different. So we did pieces and parts so you could see this all and get the visualization. So let's put that up here on the table. And let me show you this beautiful fabric. We went diametrically opposite because rather than the dinosaurs, we're doing something for somebody who really enjoys pretty, pretty soft fabric. Isn't that great? And this one is called Dinner is Served. Hannah was really good this time. She named a bunch of these. I thought that was cute too. It's dinner plates, like you have a collection of those pretty little antique plates and saucers and things. Kit number is 8020605. The pattern is Easy Street, and it's from the Easy Peasy book. Here's the pattern, and now let's look at our pieces and parts. Okay, to start with, we have this great square. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? I have to block that out just so you can see how pretty that block turned out. They had to listen to me going, "Oh, I love this. I love this. The whole time I was making it. So if you love it, let us know. Isn't that cute? Now, with that is going, I want to show you how easy it is to put these little squares together. I did not sew them together just so that I could show you how it works. So you have this little block, and first of all, we do that strip piecing like I'm always telling you about. We sew two long pieces together, and we cut these units out. Then we added one little piece to the side, and we made, just for this next block, we made two of these, and this is how I'm just going to put them down here, and then I'll show you how they're going to sew together. And then we made the same exact block, but we used the focus fabric. These get turned like this. So see how we've got these corners going in? These are going to go like this. And again, so it ends up bordering, you know, once it's all sewn together, it borders the blocks, but just looks so cute. And a lot of movement going on in there, but isn't this just pretty? I almost want to get rid of those dinosaurs just so they don't conflict. But now you can see how that looks. Isn't that gorgeous? When this fabric came in, I thought it was just too pretty and dainty. So if you've got somebody you'd like to make a real pretty dainty quilt for, this is going to be the one. Can I move this back out of the way?
Yep.
All right. Okay, the next one that we have coming up is the dash quilt. Excuse me, I didn't mean to knock that microphone. The dash quilt is another one that has a nice big block here, and then it has an offset of the focus fabric. And it's just a fun little quilt to put together. Now this one I think looks best with higher contrast so that you really do get a lighter color on the background. We've got another flannel for you, and this is great for, how about a school teacher or a kindergartner or something like that. This would be really sweet. A good cuddle quilt for the winter. So this is your focus fabric, and it has your color crayons and scissors, etc. It's called rock, paper, scissors. Just that fun little game that we used to play when we were little. This is your focus fabric. It's going to go in the red, where the red is over here, because this is your focus fabric. And then you'll get one little piece of those numbers and Crayolas. And then your second big block is going to be this great red-orange color right over here. And that just really looks good with that fabric. So those are going to be your alternating squares. And then we got, like I said, a light fabric for your number 2 that really causes all of those to pop off of the surface. And we picked up a little yellow gold that will bring it all together for you. So there you have 8020 606, and it's the dash pattern. That is also available in the Easy Peasy book. So I hope you're getting some ideas for stash busting too, that you basically need one focus fabric and then a light and a dark to go ahead and take care of so many of those pieces of fabric in your stash. Or you need 2 focus fabrics and a great sashing. Here's another one that works really well. And this one I actually used what was originally like a companion fabric to a larger print. But sometimes you just want kind of like just color with some interest in it. And that's why I did this particular one. And I really like this a lot. I don't have this fabric available, but we have a beautiful floral that we're going to recommend. So in this case, we have the 2 focus fabrics. And in this one, we're using florals. But this would go in your main focus fabric. So that would be like right in this section. And then for your second block, which would be where the cream is, you would do this one. And then we did a green for the sashing. So you have your two larger prints that will go in here, and then you would separate them with that one sashing. So if you have two great large prints and you want to separate them with a sashing, it works really well. This one is called Byzantine Door, and it's 8020607, Sunday in the Park. That one is from Quick and Easy, 3-yard quilts, and Byzantine Door is also available as an individual. If you do take the downloadable book, then we will send you a code so you can download it. Okay. Now the next one is Bold Blocks, and this one is great because it has your basic 10-inch block, and it's added a little touch of the modern with a little asymmetrical design. And so this 10-inch block would be great for you to match up with some soft focal colors. In this case, I used fabrics that were from one of my first fabric lines. So let's put that up here. This fabric line is called Violets. And we did the beautiful fabric in the number 1, or the focus spot. And then the vine became our background fabric. And if you'll look closely, you can see it has little purple berries on the aqua vine. And then aqua matches up with the background on the florals. And then we've got purple dots over here that tie in with the little berries. So this one is called Violet Garden. It's Bold Blocks is the pattern. And that one is either individual pattern or from the book, Pretty Darn Quick. Kit number 801956. Okay, the next one that we have is called Tic Tac. And Tic Tac is another one that you can use 2 large prints with a separation of a sashing. And this particular one, we chose the snowmen and the trees. We do not have this fabric available at this time, but we do have a great patriotic print that we're going to show you that would look great in this. So let's lay that up here. And with these, you would use this for your number 1 or your focus fabric. And, you know, I need to look at that and see which one is the focus fabric. It's been a couple of days since I actually wrote the pattern for Tic Tac. So here's our book, and the focus fabric is the flower on this one would be the snowmen on this one. So your focus fabric would go here, your light here, and your dark here. So, whoops, your focus fabric here would go where the snowmen are. The stars would be your light fabric, so it would go here. And then the light fabric would also break up your sashing with the little squares. Now, this is not put together with little bitty squares. This is done in strip piecing. So you can sew large, long strips together, and then these are all sewn together, just one right after another. Well, it goes this way, one right after another. These squares are actually just large strips that are going in between the red, and then when you cut them, you get these nice skinny little strips that go into your sashing. So there's your beautiful patriotic. This one is 8020484, Liberty. It's Tic Tac, and it's from the Easy Peasy book. This is your pattern if you want to take the pattern. Or if you want one of the books, again, if you're doing just stash busting, then your books are $15.99. If you buy a kit, you either get 1 free pattern with each kit, or when you buy 3 kits, you can skip the little pattern and take the book instead. So if you're interested in our pattern books, there are 7 in print, 2 are downloadable. Each book is $15.99. Each book contains 8 different patterns, and the enlargement instructions in the ones that are in print are all available for you in the book. If you'll visit our YouTube channel. We have Virtual Quilt Show videos, and we put those up every week after we air them on Facebook. So thanks for joining us. It's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe.